Hello, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to finally be reacting slash commenting slash recapping. I don't know what this is, but I'm going to be watching Single Inferno episode 5 and 6.
누구 있다. 누구 있어?
The new girl has arrived. Long black hair, check. Angelic white outfit, check. Butterfly accessory, check.
She doesn't even go here.
안녕하세요. 안녕하세요.
I love how Moonsoon is the first one. He's not letting the other guys get to the new girl first.
감사합니다. 안녕하세요.
But then he arrives. He kind of like stands in the background and lets the other guys go ahead. Interesting.
뭐라도 하는 척이라는
아니에요, 진짜. 네, 그냥 편하게 써도 돼요. 우리 질문 좀 할까?
좋아.
This Q&A section is like a Love Island Truth or Dare.
I dare you to go and kiss Justin.
Well, it's on the thing. Okay.
But PG version.
딱 집어서 한 명이 있어? 나 있다.
난 진택 씨한테 해볼래.
네.
똑같은 질문.
다양한 거 물어보세요, 왜? 네?
한 명?
She knows it's not one. Thank you, Gia. Thank you. See, you have to have someone like this on the show who's going to like stir up the drama. If he has no answer, then it's so obvious it's more than one woman that he's attracted to.
이제 이만 짐을 싸서 집에 가야 될 것 같다.
왜? 왜요?
아 저는 너무 힘들어가지고.
Wow, like to be in Soyeon's shoes, that sounds really tough because like we're seeing it from an outside perspective, so it's so much easier for us to imagine what decision we would make because we know and understand how everyone's thinking. But to be in her shoes, not knowing what's going on with other people and other relationships, like getting the first postcard from Seon and then getting approached by Jintaek, and then Seon moves on to Jiyeon, and now Jintaek is moving on to Jiyeon. It sounds like chaos.
나도 갔다 와야 될 거. 응, 갔다 와.
난 좀 이따 슬슬 자야겠다.
Literally, as soon as Jintaek's like, oh, I think I should go now, she immediately says, okay, I think I'll go to bed soon too, because she doesn't want to be stuck talking with Seon. Actually, now that I think about it, I remember in the first episode, in her introduction, she did say how she does make it pretty clear when she's not interested in someone.
이 아니라면 좀 확실하게 거절을 하는 편이에요.
So I guess we can't be mad. So I'm watching this with subtitles and it says in parentheses, crickets chirping. Literally, that's the sound effect I imagine seeing these two in the same space, not talking to each other. It's so quiet, you could hear the crickets, the actual crickets chirping. She's not even giving him eye contact when they do cheers.
오셨는데 얘기 좀 해줘.
같이 와요.
일로 와.
가운데로 가,
가운데로 앉아.
Yewon, she's making moves for everyone. Seon should be so grateful for Yewon.
응, 잘 그렸던데 나는 그림 그리다 포기했다니까.
I would have definitely drawn something in my postcard. Like, I would write nothing. I would just draw like 2 little cartoon versions of me and the person I'm interested in with a little heart. Like, how memorable would that be? Words are so difficult to remember. A picture? That stays in your head. They're always showing the person who got rejected in their bed. Is it because they look the most 불쌍해? Like most sympathetic in that pose? You're so vulnerable, you know, and you feel so protected and comforted in your bed.
솔직히 와닿지가 않거든요.
네.
뭐 대답이 그래요.
How can I get out of this mess right now?
소연 씨가 또 어떤 사람인지 더 알게 됐고
어떤 생각이 드는데요?
그건 놓고 할게요.
I think it's reasonable for Jintaek to also want to receive small little gestures from Soyeon. Totally valid, but the whole his whole reasoning of going to paradise with Cheon, he keeps contradicting what he's saying, and it's like kind of a stretch. Like I feel like I have to think harder to really try to understand his position in this situation. She didn't necessarily argue with him when he said, you didn't really do any small gestures for me. Like she agreed with him. So I think she would have been more understanding if he had just been straight about wanting to go to paradise with Cheon. Because he wanted to stay, but then he wanted to get to know her, and then he wanted to get to know Soyeon, but he was still interested in Cheon. It's like he's trying to please both people, and it's not working. Not working. You're out. Get out of here. In this Korean dating show, the first move is holding hands. So it's so innocent and precious and wholesome, and I love it.
손 줄까? 아니 가져올게.
Get your own spoon.
We're not a team. This is a competition.
물 좋아해요?
좀 이따 물놀이 한번 해볼까?
물놀이 좋아해요?
He keeps asking people to swim with him, but no one will swim with him.
선택은 무조건을 해야 되고 너를 할 수 없어. 누군가는 해야 돼. 그래서 한 거지.
But if Jintaek truly, like, let's be real here, if he really wanted to stay on Inferno with Soyeon, he would have picked a more obvious choice, like Yewon.
진택이 괜찮은데 나는.
Oh, the guys! Why are they all defending him? Well, this is probably why Sheek is never on camera. He's like always sleeping.
근데 솔직히 진짜 눈물 10개 올라왔어 진짜로.
왜?
너무 자존심이 상해서.
I knew it! I knew this was going to happen. My overall thoughts on this whole situation, I have issues with both of them. Even though Soyeon kind of confessed to Seon that she was interested in him, she started out the conversation by reminding him how many times he's been rejected by Cheon and how uncomfortable he makes Cheon feel. Like, he must feel very embarrassed in front of Soyeon hearing that. And when you're embarrassed by someone, I don't think you're inclined to then feel attracted or interested in them. You try to avoid them. If someone made me feel embarrassed, I would want to avoid them. And I think she's coming from a really good place. She has really good intentions. Like, I can tell she's a really nice person. She didn't approach it in the most strategic way. But just seeing what Seon has gone through the past few days, I think he needed more encouragement. So while yes, I do understand Seon's frustration with Soyeon, I totally get you, Seon. However, do you really have to say all of this to Soyeon, knowing what she's been going through as well? He let his ego get the best of him, and he had to also make Soyeon feel embarrassed and hurt too, which I don't like. That's so immature. I'm sorry. Like, now Seon looks like the bad guy. I don't know if I really want to root for Seon. In the beginning, I didn't want to. In the middle, after he was getting rejected by Cheon, I was actually starting to root for him. I really wanted him to find someone who could return the same feelings for him. And then now this happened, and now I'm like, ew, no, Seon, no, this is not the way to go about it.
뭐야? 아 여자 같다고?
The producers on the show took notes while watching Love Island.
아 지금 같은 탑을 입고 있네? 지금 같은 탑을 입고 있네?
No way! No way! Get this top off me! Imagine Just imagine you've been casted to go on a Netflix Korean reality dating show. The first Korean dating reality show on Netflix. And you pick the perfect outfit. The perfect outfit. Probably tried on a bajillion outfits before deciding on this one, because this is the first outfit everyone's going to see me in. And you get there, and one of the most popular girls on the show is wearing the same top as you. I don't know if it's the producers whispering in the woman's ears like, hey Jiyeon, this top is so cute. You would look so cute in this top. You should wear it. It just really brings out the color in your eyes. Go ahead, put it on. Okay, tattoos, check. Cross necklace, check. Open V-neck, check. Okay, but honestly, compared to the other guys, this guy seems the most...
준식 오빠?
야.
내 오빠인가?
When a woman calls you oppa, do not say, am I older than her? Do not say. If you don't know, just keep it to yourself.
그냥 갭 차이 많이 나서 좋은 거지. 반전 매력 있잖아.
I like that too, actually, when a guy looks totally different from when he's not smiling versus when he is smiling. I think we should all learn from Chia and Hyunsung the 반전 매력. You know, we gotta practice our really bright, positive, happy-looking smile, and then our cold RBF face. Is that too bright? Too positive?
설레. 설레.
Ew, how awkward is it for the guy driving the boat listening to this? He's like, oh, this bro doesn't even know what a tear is.
나는 힙합.
Minji's so cool, plays video games, likes hip-hop music.
조성모 씨. 조성모 씨. 신승훈 씨.
Seon is a good example of someone who lacks 반전 매력. I could have easily predicted that those would be his favorite artists. I feel like when his personality is very in line with how he looks, he's kind of predictable. But someone like Minji, even Chia, they both have very refreshing, different charms that you wouldn't expect from them. They are both full of surprises.
고양이 뭐 수염만 있으면 고양이 것 같아.
Also, if you drew whiskers on anyone's face, wouldn't they look like a cat?
신혼여행 오셨어요 혹시? 아니요.
네.
발리.
Are you on your honeymoon? Yes. No.
근데 진짜 나도 아직 잘 모르겠어 내 마음.
Oh no, Gia, don't pull a Jintech.
눈으로 말해줘.
I think her eyes said everything that needed to be said. What kind of look would you give someone? You can't use your words, you can only use your eyes to tell someone I don't like you. But purely only use my eyes.
울지마. 왜 울어?
I'm not crying. I'm fine. I'm fine. Hey. Dashing water. Go for the fashion designer. All the girls watching this are like, oh. And then Soyeon's like, if Soyeon was in this, he like lifted Soyeon up with his pants and gave him an extreme wedgie. Minji has my vote.
제가 선택한 사람은
Who's he gonna pick?
신지연입니다.
hours later.
I'm very confused right now. What is going on? Is he still listening to that damn book? Final thoughts. Other things I wanted to talk about was I find it very interesting how in this particular show, when I compare it to other shows that I watch like The Bachelor or Love Island, they take a lot of initiative to, you know, like woo each other. So on Love Island, there's always that tradition of making each other iced coffee or tea in the morning, making each other breakfast. But on this show, they don't do any of that. The most initiative or gestures they'll do is to take each other on a walk. Not a lot of action. Like the most action we got this week was holding hands. Instead of romantic gestures, they like to ask each other to go on a walk and they just try to express how they feel. And that's it. Which, like, that's great and all. We love communication. We love straightforwardness. But come on, like, this is love. We're talking about love here, guys. Can't you like pick a flower? When my husband brings me iced coffee and a bag of potato chips, I swoon. I know there's no coffee here. There's not much to make breakfast, but hey, if a guy baked me a potato, I would be honored. I would love that. Like a little romantic baked potato. Who doesn't like that? Am I asking for too much? And the more I watch the show, the more I feel like we're just watching a drama with Seon as the main character. This should not be called Single Inferno. It should be called Seon's Inferno. Anyways, thank you for watching. I will also still be reacting and commenting on episodes 7 and 8 finale. So make sure you come back to my channel to watch those videos. And I guess that's it. Bye!